My name is Chrysetta and we will be doing a 20-minute barre class. Today's barre class is mostly standing up, so this is a great option if you don't have a ton of space or if you don't feel like going down to the floor a ton today, that's good. I'll also be using this chair as a balance support. You could use a counter or anything that's kind of like a nice height and is very stable to help you out for today's barre class. And then let's start standing. 10 toes pointing straight forward, so I want to see parallel feet. And I want you to make sure your kneecaps are pointing out over your toes. Okay, we'll take a big breath in. Let your shoulders rise up to your ears. And then just feel your shoulder blades slide down the back. So we'll do a couple like that, nice and easy, letting those shoulders rise up to the ears. And then letting the blades slide down the back. My chest widens. Good, 2 more. Lifting up, wide in the front, a little squeeze in the mid-back. Good, last one here. And then down, and then I'm gonna just bend my knees a little soft, just bending a little bit, and then take a big reach up out of it, and then a little softness down. So just kind of an easy swing with those arms. Push and relax. Push and relax, good. Up. And down, here we go for 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good job, last 1. And then bring your hands behind the back of your head. Soften your knees again a little bit so you have a little soft base. We're gonna do a little tip side to side. So like I'm pouring water out of my ear. Go over to one side. And then go over to the other side. So just nice and gentle. We don't need this to be as big as possible, but I want it to feel like I'm getting some movement through my rib cage. So through the sides of the body, kind of opening up in the sides of the ribs. Good. 4 more here. Last 3. Good, last 2. And then last one then. Good, from here we're gonna open those arms like an airplane and take a little twist over to one side, a little twist over to the other side. So twist, and a twist. And just notice if you can really keep your knees, toes, and hip bones all pointing forward as you take that little twist through the spine. Little twist, little twist. Here we go, 4 more, last 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. And last 1, nice work. And then we'll work our way up to stand. I'm gonna use my balance support, and there's gonna be an optional hand weight for this. So now I'm gonna use my hand on my balance, toes out to the corners, take a soft little bend in your knees, and just check if your kneecap is still going over your toes. Sometimes the knees like to fall forwards a little bit, so I want you to use your outer thighs, point those kneecaps in the same direction of your toes, and be in a position where it feels pretty stable. So I'm not trying to have my feet as wide as possible. I'm gonna feel like I'm in a position where I'm grounded in my feet, big toe and pinky toe kind of equally weighted. Good, from here, optional to have a hand weight in this hand. I'm gonna reach it out to the side and start a little pulse with the hips. Good, so just a little nice pulse down. Dropping down, 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 down. Good, and even though I'm holding the hand weight, trying to keep myself right in the middle. So sometimes that hand weight will kind of push us over a little bit. See if you can really stay centered. Little drop, good. Here we go, 6, 5, 4, we'll hold at the bottom. In 3, 2, freeze your lower body at the bottom. So I'm holding everything still, and then with my arm, I'm gonna draw a little circle around to the back. And I want you to notice how if you squeeze in your mid-back a little bit, it'll help keep that chest wide and hold that shoulder really wide. 3, 2, and then reverse it. So keeping that little squeeze in the mid-back. Good. Even though I'm using my back, I'm not gonna let my rib cage pop forward. So I'm using my abdominals in the front to keep that belly a little bit engaged. Here's 3, 2, okay, Arm is straight, knees are bent. I'm gonna slide to the top and then slowly slide down. So now it feels like I'm kind of in an elevator with my legs. Sliding up, sliding down. Sliding up, sliding down. Good, we'll go 4 more there. Last 4. Good. Last 3. Nice. Last 2. Good. Last 1. And then just go ahead and stand. We'll turn and face that balance support. So I'm gonna pick up my back heel and angle my body towards my support. From here, we're gonna bend both knees just a little bit. And notice again, if you can get your toes and your knees all pointing in that same direction. I'm not the lowest of low. I'm somewhere that feels pretty sustainable. And my shoulders are on top of my hips. Good, so from here, we're again gonna push the legs straight, reach that hand weight up, and then slowly come down. So pressing with the legs standing up, slowly coming down. Up, and down. Good. So I'm looking for my quads to engage and help me really straighten my legs all the way. And then super controlled as you come down. Lift and lower. If that's feeling good, we're gonna go a little bit faster. Slow version is good too if that's where you are today. So let's go a little bit quicker for 8 if you want to. Last 6, last 5. We'll hold it low in 3, in 2. Good, last one, find the bottom, hold it. Slide your weight a little bit in front of you if you've got one, or you can have both hands on your balance support. So once you're set up, I'm gonna shift my weight into my front foot, float that back leg into a little hover, and then I'm gonna tap the floor with those back toes and lift that straight leg up. So a little tap down and a lift. Good. So you might need both hands on your balance support, or if it feels better, you could have your elbows down and the head kind of hanging a little forward. But I want to be somewhere where my spine's in a pretty neutral shape. I'm not doing a lot of a cat-cow movement through my back to get my leg to move. So I'm really feeling for my hip joint, right where that crease in the front of my pants would be, to be moving, and my low back staying pretty still. Good. I'm gonna grab that hand weight just in case you've still got yours. Up and down. We're gonna go 4 more here. 4, last 3, last 2, and then hold that back leg straight, zip your core together, and then arm opens to the side and back down. If you have both arms down, you're just gonna hold that leg super still. Let's go 4 more here. Last 4. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. And then let's all meet with both hands on our support. So I'll either have my hands on or my elbows down. From here, my back foot is gonna slide open to the side and then slide back behind me. So big challenge, it doesn't matter how high your toes are. I'm just gonna take that little slide and a slide. Notice my spine is staying pretty still. I'm not leaning to the side to get that leg around the corner. So I want still body moving from our hip joint. And we've got 4 more here. Last 4, last 3, good, last 2, and last 1. Let's bring those feet together. You can stand up, give it a little shake out. All right, so now we'll come around to the other side. So I'm gonna switch my chair around. So here we go, second side. I'm gonna have a hand weight or not, optional. Have a seat down and check out that kneecap position for me. So you've got your knees looking over your toes. Big toe, pinky toe even. I feel nice and strong in that base. Arms out to the side. And I'll start to do a nice slow circle with my arm, looking for a little squeeze in my middle back. right? So I'm holding that weight from my mid-back, and I'm not squeezing so much that it starts to push my ribcage forward, right? So I'm staying connected in the front of my abdominals too. And we'll go 3 more here. Good, and then go ahead and reverse that. Go the other way with your arm. Good. Nice and smooth circle. We've got 3. Last 2. Good job. Last one, and then I'm gonna start to press those legs up straight and slowly slide it down. Pressing up straight, slow slide down. Good. So we lift and control. Lift and control. Good, here we go. 4 more like that. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Beautiful, last 1. And then we'll turn and face the chair. So I've got my back heel lifted, both knees bend. And I want to find that position again where my knees and my toes are pointing in that same direction. So I can see that pointiest part of my kneecap looking straight out over my toes. That's true for both legs. So from here, my hand is going to reach to the floor and then press to the ceiling. Good, and I'm going for really straight legs at the top. So squeezing my quads, lifting those kneecaps, and down. Press and lower. And if you're ready for a little bit quicker tempo, we can speed this one up a little bit. So we'll take it down and up. If slow is where you need to be today, that's completely fine. Here's 6. Last 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, and then pause at the bottom for me. Slide your hand weight a little forward, or you might use both hands on your balance support if you need to. We'll shift forward enough that that back foot can float, and then it's going to tap down and lift up. Tapping down and lifting up. Good. See that I have this little bend in my bottom knee, so I'm still kind of supporting myself with that slightly bent knee, not locking it out. Up and down. Really nice straight back leg. Abdominals a little lifted off the floor. Good, we'll go 3 more there. Last 3. Last 2. And then you'll hold that leg up at the top, and then just the arm is going to open and close. Open and close. And we've got 4 more like that. Last 4. Good, using that exhale. 3. Last 2. So nice. Last one, I'm going to set down my hand weight, both hands onto my balance support, and then that straight leg is going to take a little slide to the side and then slide back behind you. And it doesn't matter how high your toes are off the floor. I want it to try to just be really nice and smooth, really supported. And we'll go 2 more like that. Last 2. Good, last one. And then you can go ahead and stand it up, take a little shake out. Good, using your chair, we're gonna do a little stretch. So one heel is gonna pull in towards your seat. We'll squeeze the legs together, connect your abdominals up front, and just hold that little quad stretch for a moment. Good, kind of let your breath come down. Neck and shoulders relax. Good, and then let's trade sides. So we're gonna go other heel in towards the seat. Good, and I'm thinking inner thighs squeeze together, tails a little tucked under, so I can really get into that quad stretch in the front. Nice, and then when you're ready for it, we're gonna bring our hands onto the balance support, and we'll walk the feet backwards. So you have this kind of nice long L shape in the spine. Tail's a little bit untouched, so I'm sort of flaring my sits bones back. And then from here, I'm gonna use my abdominals to tuck my tail under and round that low back. And then just gently let that go. Think tail back, head forward. We'll do a couple like that, kind of just gently engaging those abdominals, so rounding the spine, and then lengthening that low back out. So tucking that tail under, rounding that low back, scooping the belly in, and lengthening out. We'll go 3 more here, last 3, and lengthen. Good, last 2, and lengthen. Good, last one, tucking that tail, and then go ahead and keep stacking yourself all the way up to a straight spine. Once you're up, you'll take a big breath in, reach your hands to the ceiling, interlace your hands and flip your palms up. We'll take a nice big side bend over, so opening up one side, shortening the bottom side. And then go on over to the other side. So we'll take that side bend over and shortening the bottom side, lengthening that top side. And then stack your way to the center and feel like your hands are kind of reaching up for the ceiling. They're gonna reach so much that your heels slide up, and then slowly slide your heels down. We'll do a few like that, sliding the heels up, and then sliding those heels down. Sliding up, and sliding down. Let's go 2 more here. Last 2. Good, last one. It'll feel like we get kind of suspended at the top, like a helium balloon floating. And then reach your feet and reach your arms for the floor. You're standing really, really nice and tall. And we are done for today. Great work, everyone. Thanks for joining me.